What is up, wrestling fans? This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. Well, it is Wednesday night, and this week's episode of NXT is just wrapped up. What the heck happened? I'm going to let you all know right now. Hello, and welcome to the live stream. This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. If this is your first time here, please stick around for a little while. Partake in the chat room to the left-hand side of the screen, and if you like what you see, make sure to crush like, hit subscribe, and click the bell notification for whenever we go live. We go live every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, except for pay-per-view nights, where we will always go on after the pay-per-view. And of course, we go live every single Wednesday night after NXT to discuss the show. Alright, so with all that, let's just get right into the review of this week's NXT. Great episode. So it starts off with the new North American champion, Johnny Gargano, hitting the ring. First time showing off his new title belt on NXT, unless you count the halftime heat show, obviously. Flat out saying that I am the man, I did what I set out to do, and that was win the North American title at the last TakeOver, which was a phenomenal match with him and, of course, Ricochet. Tommaso Ciampa comes out. They're all kind of talking, saying, like, remember, Johnny, remember I'm your friend. Remember that last scene of TakeOver? We just stood there holding our belts. How absolutely amazing it was, which it was. Great shot. Velveteen Dream comes in to interrupt, letting everybody know that he did win the Worlds Collide tournament, which, of course, means that he has a any title opportunity that he wants whatsoever from either of the brands. And everyone thinks he's going to challenge Tommaso Ciampa. He stares Ciampa down and flat out tells him, back up, I don't want you. Climbs in the ring and flat out calls out Johnny Gargano, saying that he wants his North American title. And you know what? Yeah, I'm all for that. I want to see some Johnny taking on Velveteen Dream. Absolutely digging. I think that match is going to be phenomenal when it happens. 2 thumbs way up. Great way to open up the show. Immediately after that, we see Drew Gulak from 205 Live driving up to the NXT Full Sail Arena, which is cool. I haven't seen Drew Gulak on NXT. Said that, I've seen him doing all the cruiserweight stuff, has a couple main roster things, but yeah, interesting to see where this is going later on in the night. So first match opening up the night, we got Jackson Ryker from the Forgotten Sons taking on WWE Performance Center up-and-comer Mansoor. I haven't really seen a lot of him. I've seen some of his promos, some of his Performance Center work, so I don't really have a lot to judge by, but it's total squiggity squash. Jackson Ryker just kicks the living tar out of this kid. Immediately after the match, Jackson Ryker continues to beat him up after the bell. They're really pushing Ryker as a big unbeatable monster, which makes sense. Like, he looks the part. He's a big scary looking dude. All of his matches so far have been squiggity squashes, so not much to say in regards to that. Immediately right after that, Kathy Kelly is backstage outside of a photo shoot that Ricochet is taking part in. She's going to say that she's going to be interviewing Ricochet as soon as he's done his photo shoot, only to be interrupted by Adam Cole, who flat out questions Kathy Kelly, why do you want to interview a guy like Ricochet when you can interview Adam Cole? Adam Cole flat out says that he should be next in line for the North American title, not Velveteen Dream. Ricochet comes in and flat out calls Adam Cole out, saying, like, hey, I beat you for the title. If anyone should get a title opportunity, it should be me. They argue back and forth. They challenge each other, so it looks like we're going to have a match between them two in the next little while. Probably next week, because that's what they said they were going to do. So next week, Ricochet taking on Adam Cole, which is going to be great. Really looking forward to that. And also right after that, it's announced that in 2 weeks' time, Johnny Gargano will be defending his NXT North American Championship against the Velveteen Dream, which is going to be stellar, going to be absolutely freaking amazing. Can't wait to check that out. Next match, we got Drew Gulak coming in, taking on another Performance Center newcomer, Eric Bugenhagen. I've been seeing a lot of Eric Bugenhagen's interviews at the Performance Center. One thing that drew me to him was his, like, Freddie Mercury mustache. I was like, all right, I'm looking forward to seeing when this guy's going to wrestle. And finally, I get to see it. So much charisma. Just comes out dressed like some 80s rocker. Throws a guitar pick in the crowd, which misses the crowd, but I guess his entire shtick is that he's just a wannabe rocker. Tons of charisma. Like, this guy's loaded with charisma. I knew for a fact he probably wasn't going to win this match against Drew Gulak, which is obvious. Drew Gulak beats him after a pretty decent back and forth between the two. Gulak wins with the Gulak. The crowd was digging Bugenhagen, though. They were chanting his name, so I look forward to seeing where Eric Bugenhagen appears. He's probably going to get tons more TV time after that because, like, the crowd was digging him. Gulak picks up the microphone, flat out says that I am the best technical wrestler in NXT right now. I'm the best technical wrestler in 205, so if there's anybody backstage that believes that they can beat me in a submission match, let them speak now or forever hold their name. And of course, the challenge is answered by the King of Bros, the King of the Bro Mission. Matt Riddle comes out, and looks like we're going to have ourselves a match. And holy Christ on a cracker, what a match this was. Like, I was in complete awe the entire... Like, here's me watching them the whole time. Like, you don't need flips, you don't need pizzazz, you don't need all these fancy things to put on a good match. These two guys put on a freaking clinic with just basic chain wrestling, basic grapples, takedowns, and submissions. That's all this match was. There wasn't any throws, there wasn't any moonsaults or anything crazy like that. Like I said, they told a great story on what old school wrestling used to be all about, and this was, holy crap, what an absolutely amazing match between these two guys. I can't even fathom how good this match was. I don't even know what else to say, so I'm just going to adjust my volume a little bit there. There we go. I think that's a little bit better there. I'm not clipping now. But yeah, other than that, like, these two guys, like, the crowd, like, they weren't even getting a "this is awesome" chant, which is total crime in my opinion, but it was just, like, you could tell the audience was into this. Just because I said it was old school, at its best, absolutely phenomenal. Matt Riddle finally gets to beats down Drew Gulak with the elbow strikes, locks him into the Bro Mission, and Drew Gulak has no chance but to tap out. Great match, phenomenal match. After the match, they both shake hands, and Drew Gulak leaves on his own accord. No cheap shots, nothing dirty after that, and it's exactly what you need in a wrestling match. Just two guys giving it their all, giving 200%, nothing to complain about. Two thumbs way up. Dug everything about this. But really, all I'm wondering is, when's Eric Bugenhagen going to wrestle again? No, just kidding. Just great match. If you guys haven't seen it, check this match out for sure. It was by far the best match of the night, in my opinion. All right, and to close off the show, we got the Sky Pirates and teaming up with Bianca Belair, taking on 3 of the 4 horsewomen. I really like Bianca Belair's tights. They even pointed it out. She's paying great homage to Black History Month, which is going on this month, so a lot of influential people on her wrestling gear. Looks great. I really love Bianca Belair makes her own gear. She sews her own tights. She sews her own entrance attire, so a lot of work went into this outfit. Looks great. Match itself wasn't too bad. It sucks that they had to come after Matt Riddle taking on Drew Gulak. Like, that's a tough match to follow, but great storytelling. I really like that Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke are getting a lot more ring time. They're getting a lot more. From where they were a couple weeks ago, I was just like, oh, Jesus, this is a train wreck. They're finding their way. They're getting it. I'm just flat out saying I think they're getting a lot of TV time right now to prime them, because we know that 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen thing's coming eventually by the end of the year. So the more that we can get these two honing their craft by the time that match is going to be great. Because, like, Shayna Baszler's already ready to go. Ronda Rousey's already ready to go. The 4 horsewomen of NXT, they're already ready to go. So we just need to still keep priming Duke and Shafir. But both of them looked really fun in this match. They looked great. Standard storytelling. Every single time Baszler's in a jam, every single time she's about to get beat, Duke and Shafir keep interfering. Overall, though, like great match. Near the end, Bianca Belair gets the hot tag, comes in there, hits Baszler with the KOD, attempts to pin her, but of course that's breaking up. Kairi Sane takes out Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke, but before Bianca Belair can capitalize again to get another strike in, Io Shirai tags herself in, hits Baszler with the Asai moonsault, and that's it. 1, 2, 3. So the Sky Pirates and Bianca Belair take the win in this. After the match, they're celebrating, but Bianca Belair's kind of off to the side, looking really grumpy. You can tell that she feels like she was robbed to score the pin against it. I actually like this. I like where the storyline is going with this, because now technically Kairi Sane and Io Shirai are the only 2 people in the women's division to score pinfalls over Shayna Baszler. So besides Ember Moon, but Ember Moon's no longer on the roster. She's on the main roster. So yeah, I kind of like where that's going. Like, you'd see Mia Belair's face. She's like, yeah, good job. But you could tell she's pissed. I'm wondering where this is going to go. I'm wondering where that storyline's going to go. But great way to end the night. Like I said, wasn't the best match. Wasn't the worst match. Super great episode of NXT. Looking forward to 2 weeks from now when we get to see the North American title taken on. Looking forward to seeing where this whole Bianca Belair spite thing's going on. I want to see more Eric Bugenhagen. I think it's going to be great. I like his shtick. It's super great. All right, so that is all for this week's episode of NXT. Like I said, if you guys like what you saw, make sure to crush like, hit subscribe, and click that bell notification. As always, we go live every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, except for pay-per-view nights, where we will always go on after the pay-per-view to discuss the pay-per-view. And of course, we go on, boom, tonight, Wednesday night, right after NXT, to discuss the show. As always, though, this is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles. Thank you guys for partaking in our wonderful shenanigans, and I will see you guys next time.